Hi everyone, how are you? So in this video, I'm going to be opening the Faber Castell Goldfaber pencils. Now, did not even have these pencils on my radar. I was never considering getting these before. But then earlier this year, Sarah Renee Clark, who has a channel on YouTube and also a website, and she did a light fast testing, a very detailed light fast testing of a lot of pencils, not all, but most of them that I own. And I went to her website and I copied this graphic from her website, which shows from her testing all of the most light fast pencils that she tested. And the results were surprising. Some were quite shocking, actually, that some brands were performed so much better than more expensive ones. So with Faber Castell, I had originally just bought the Polychromos, right, and the Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils because I thought that they're the best. Just get those, and I don't need any other version of Faber Castell pencils. So I had no intention of buying, the black set or the Goldfaber or whatever, until I saw the results from her light fast test, and I was like, oh, and I had to reconsider. Now, I don't know if you can read this or not. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. So what it is from the left to the right. The most light fast pencils are in the first column on the left with the lowest percentage numbers. And then as you move on to the right, next column to the right, they're less light fast, and then the column on next over is less light fast than the one before, etc. So left to right, from best to worst, basically, with light fast testing. And if you look, I'm just going to blow it up here a little bit for the first column. So if you look up here in the upper left, first column on the left is Caran d'Ache Luminance. So that makes sense. They are the best pencils, the most light fast that she tested. So I knew that already. And then the next one down is Derwent Light Fast and Derwent ChromaFlow. Again, no surprise, the professional-based expensive pencils, they all are. But then look at number 4. Well, I put red dots next to the ones I want to show. So the next one, number 4, is Faber Castell Goldfaber. And these pencils, Goldfaber pencils, are a budget-friendly pencil. You can get 48 for the largest size I could find was 48. And they could run from 35 to 40. And right, if you get them on sale, like I did, you can get them for 35. So a very good deal. And they're number 4 on this list, above Polychromos, above even the Polychromos, the Prismacolor, the blacks, Blick Studio Arts, everything. It was above them all. So that really surprised me. And so that was the first time I decided, wait a minute, I have to consider buying these Goldfaber pencils because you got to put all this work into your, coloring pages, and they're not expensive. And if they are really this light fast, they really, I should be investing in these for sure. Okay, and then the one after that's Derwent, and then Koh-i-Noor. And then you see the second red dot I put, there's the Faber Castell Polychromos. And then beneath that is the Caran d'Ache Pablo. So the Faber Castell Goldfaber performed better than even the Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils. And then you have Prismacolor Verithin, Blick, Stanford, and then the third red dot on the right, in the bottom there, is Faber Castell Black Edition. All right. So that was it. That's as far as the Faber Castells that are on this list. I don't believe she tested the Faber Castell Super Soft. I looked through her website and did not see it there, so I don't think she tested for it. However, I saw good reviews on the Faber Castell, and considering that in this first column of the most light fast pencils are 3 Faber Castell brands, I went ahead and bought the Goldfaber, Faber Castell, and the Faber Castell Super Soft, which should be arriving soon. Yeah, based on these light fast results. I'm not getting the black edition, although I might be tempted in the future because really the Goldfaber seem to be the most light fast of these Faber Castell brands, and really perform well according to her testing, which was, she did very strict testing here. She did a very thorough job. You can watch her video about it. So yeah, so there you have it. So that's what got me to purchase the Goldfaber, and they just arrived. They're still in the plastic wrap. I was going to open it here, unboxing of sorts here, and see. how how they feel. Just get my first time using them. Again, they're a budget friendly pencil. They're not even expensive professional pencils. So it's a great gift idea for any young people starting out, and because your artwork will last apparently much better than others like Prismacolor. All right, so we get this pamphlet inside describing their company, founded in 1761, and you have the colors here, the different available, learning, some drawings here, give you some tips. I think it's in French and Spanish as well as English. Yeah, so there we go. And here are the pencils, and they give you the little handles on the side to pull it out, the little plastic. Um, very nice. Comes right out, so you get two layers here. And they are already pre-sharpened. And they look to be in very good shape. The shipping did a very good job. All right. So I'm just going to, let me just leave this out. I am going to start swatching some of them and see how they feel. I assume they're going to feel like polychromos. That's what I'm assuming. So they look. I don't think this. No, I also got the super soft, which I think are also going to be more. I've heard are more like Prismacolor, so I can't wait to try those out. And I also caved in and got the Woomer. The Woomer pencils are on sale, and so I said, "Oh, so I went a little cuckoo for the color pencils this month. I don't know why. I've been so good not buying for so long." But there you have it. I said the light fast. I have to get it. So I'm going to be swatching it in my color charts book here. And let's see. Let's see how it goes. And this is Goldfaber. All right, so I skipped the white on that one, and I like to just do a quick sharpen. Even though they're already pre-sharpened, I think they probably have the sealant that they put on it, so they probably wouldn't work well if I just straight away started coloring with them. I get my camera back there. Apologies for the camera. Okay. So this says made in Germany. Okay, there's no names on this, but there is a number. Okay, they have numbers, but no names. I think somebody said that. Another review I heard. So I'm just going to go by numbers then. So it's going to be 104. This looks like a lemon yellow. This is 105. At least they're in number order, kind of like Starjoy. So you got 104, 105. Here's another yellow, which looks more like a canary yellow. They're not very soft like I expected. They are more like a polychromos, like a very oily feel, but smooth. They feel nice. They feel like yeah, similar to polychromos, I'd say much more. I would not describe these as soft at all. They're harder than Prisma and like say Black Widow. So they're a little bit harder than that, but they're very smooth, and the payoff of the color is very good. Yeah, this one's like a sunshine orange. So I would call that color. It's slightly orangey. This next one is a yellow orange. 108. Yeah, so these are. Oh, I skipped. There's no 106. Yeah, so it skipped a number there. So it's not perfectly in order, but okay. So this is of a Spanish orange or a yellow orange here. an egg yolk color. 109. This is a light orange, and a darker orange. Very good, strong pigment on here. Very smooth. So I think that these pencils would not wear down very quickly. I think they would last a while because very little crumbling, and color payout is very good for this. Is again a budget pencil. I mean, you get $35 for 48 pencils. It's very good. And because Faber Castell is just a very good brand, so not a surprise really. Very good quality. So they are in number order, but there's numbers skipped in between. Maybe they are thinking of coming out with a larger set, or if they come out with a larger set, they'll use those in between numbers that are missing. They're not very heavy. They're not very heavy, but they're not too light either. They don't feel cheap, particularly cheap. I mean, they don't feel like polychromos or anything. They're not that solid, but they don't feel too light either. They don't feel budgety. They feel sort of, mid range. It has a slight weight to it, so it's not cheap feeling. It's not too light. If that makes any sense? Not making any sense as I color. Sometimes I can't talk while I color. Do two things at once. But they're very oily and very smooth for an oily pencil, budget pencil like this. Very good, layout here with the color coming right out. I mean, I only need to put a couple of layers, and it gives a very bright, solid, saturated here uh, block of color. So these would be good for details, as they are a little bit harder. So I am getting, like I said, I'm getting the super soft Faber Castell super soft, which is also kind of a budget friendly, but a little bit on the um, upper price range of this. It was like $99 for 100 pencils. And I took a chance ordering them because I saw some awesome results on Instagram of people using them. But it's controversial though. In that pencil, when they arrive, I'll do a video about it. It seems like some people said no, it's not worth it. They're not worth this much money, and other people really love them. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what turns out with those. But these are definitely worth it for the price. Even if you're only getting the largest set is 48. Like I said, the light fastness, you can't go wrong with this light fast rating that Sarah gave them. I really think that's the whole reason I got these pencils, basically. And they are very good. It's, of course, an excellent brand, Faber Castell. So here's 132, which is like a light peach color. And I don't know, you can see that it's very vibrant. I'm only putting like a couple of layers down. You can see how vibrant they are. So these are very good pencils. Yeah. And your pictures will last longer than basically every other brand out there, or most brands. Yes. Yeah, they definitely feel to me. I mean, the only way I would compare them is polychroma as a C. Yeah. I guess you could compare the feel sort of to a Castle Arts as well. Has that Castle Arts soft touch kind of? Yeah, that's probably Castle Arts soft touch would be comparable in feeling, I think, with these. But I think Castle Arts soft touch is a little bit more crumbly than these. I'm not really getting any crumbles here. Oh, wait, I got the wrong number there. Let's get the okay 119. All right, this is 134. Gotta be careful here, sort of. I wish they did. The only drawback here that I don't like is that they don't have names on them. But you know what? If that keeps the price point down, I'm happy with not having. I'm fine with not having a name on. I mean, I do really like having a name. Maybe if I check out their website, see if these actually. I'm going to check the website, Faber Castell website, and see if there's actually names for these pencils. Okay, so I just pulled up the Faber Castell website, and all of these pencils do have names. So at least I can have a name in my swatch book, even if it's not on the pencil, because I'm too lazy to label the pencils, but I have it in the swatch. That'd be just almost as good. All right, so I found the names of the pencils that I swatched here. The names were different than I thought. That's all right. So the first one was light yellow glaze, then light cadmium yellow, dark cadmium yellow, dark chrome yellow, dark cadmium orange, scarlet red, pale geranium lake, permanent carmine, dark flesh, medium flesh, light flesh. I'm like, oh yeah, the Wokester is going to go after this one. You know that they have nothing else to do. Light magenta and crimson. So that's what I have so far. So there are names, and I will look them up and add them in. But I just wanted to show you what I have here. So these are good pencils. I recommend, and I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.